Hello, I'm Jennifer Stoley from Trendease International, and today we are here with Roisin Quinn, now famous interior designer, and let's dive in and get to know a little bit about her and how you became to be what you are now.
It's been a crazy journey.
It is. You have this amazing story. So let's just dive in so people who don't know who you are can know who you are. Because in the UK, I think most people who watch television know who you are.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, there's a fair few fans of Interior Design Masters, so I think that's where it all started for me. Well, I had a passion and a flair for colour, design and all that, but I never studied it. And that was, I think, the key point in my career, and what people resonated with so much is the fact I just came kind of from nothing and a naive outlook on interior design, and I was just drawn in by what I could visually see, and I had an intuition. Like, I knew what worked and what didn't, and that's why I think you don't really need to study it. You can't teach that side of things. You can teach, the techie side of it, which I actually absolutely love. And I did a little bit at Heimtextil last year, actually, and I was obsessed. They couldn't get me away from that stall. I was just like trying to learn, because I'm not techie and it's something I struggle with. So yeah, I am learning that side of stuff, but basically applied for this interior design show on BBC, Interior Design Masters with Alan Carr, and I did apply for uni around the same time to study interior design and got rejected, and I was absolutely devastated. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, and I was like, what on earth? So I got rejected from my first choice, and that to me, I was turning 30. It was a big move for me. I was serious about this career, and that's the problem with interior design, though. You need something to make you stand out, and I was very aware of that from day one. And I thought, well, someone on Instagram who says they're interior designer, someone on Instagram who says they're interior designer but has a degree will get the job and should have a bit more about them. So yeah, I applied from 2 unis, and my one choice that I wanted to go to rejected me, said I didn't have enough experience. Now, before this, I actually designed my parents' house. It's a house in the Isle of Man. It's quite a large house, and I designed it with no mood boards, no Pinterest, no Instagram inspiration. I didn't even set up my Instagram account at the time, and I use that as my portfolio to send to the university. Yeah, and they rejected me. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, it is quite hard to get into this field. But then got into my second choice. Well, I wasn't excited about that one, and then along came the show. Got onto the show. I thought, why not? I literally had nothing to lose, and applied for the show, got on, and I said, if I get past week 4, I'll reject my second choice of uni. Like, I just won't go to uni. I'll make this work for me. And with the show, it's basically, people get chucked out each round, and there's like 8 weeks, 16 weeks behind the scenes, eight weeks on screen, and I went on and won. Which was mental.
And now that university that rejected you is, yeah.
You know what? Yes, exactly. But it just goes to show, like, anything is possible. And if you've got a flair and that natural, ability for something, you have to run with it. You can't let, the educational side of things stop you, because it's a massive fear, especially this day and age. And, constant comparison, it's the key of it's the killer of everything, to be honest. But I think if you stay true to yourself and go with your passion, you'll be fine.
So you won this very famous BBC TV show, Interior Design Masters. Yay, you! And then yeah, what happened after that?
So my life completely flipped. Like, it was crazy overnight. So I was very lucky. I had a publicist quite early on, and that was key. And also I had a management team that, so you can get agents in this kind of world we're in, especially with social media. Whereas I've got management, so like they do 360, so manage most aspects of my life, which is great because I can be very unorganized. And like as a creative, I'm just like daydreaming constantly. So they just keep me in check and say, Roisin, this is your diary this week, and this is what you're working on and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's great, thank you. So it's like having a nice team, because I went from working in a very social environment and working on my own quite soon after. So it was quite a big adjustment. So it's still nice to have a team around me, even though I'm on my own when it comes to my work, if that makes sense. So I've been designing houses, apartments all over the place as well. And my clients just trusted me that I'll create something magical, which is great. So it is mad at the start of our journeys that they're like, oh, what on earth is this woman going to do with my house or my, whatever. And then they see it all come together at the end. So it is lovely. And then obviously working with incredible interior design brands that I actually used for projects in the past on my parents' house and stuff. So now I'm working with them, and I'm interior agony aunt for Good Housekeeping. And yeah, I've done a fair bit of press and TV since. It's been crazy. It's just been nuts, but I love it.
And your style is color, bold color. Are all of your projects colorful? Do you ever have a client say, I love your style, but can you tone it down a bit?
So funny you say that. I've just finished a client. He has a great apartment in London. The view is absolutely insane. And from our first initial meeting, I knew instantly he isn't a colour person, but there was a flair about him. It's all off people for me. Like, at the start, I was like, only my colourful gang will come to me for my work. They'll just want colour and that's it. He reached out to me. He must have seen something in my work that he could relate to, but wanted it toned back or in a different way. So no, not all my clients are colour mad. Every client's so different. It's fun.
And do you have any personal favorite colors, favorite patterns, combinations?
I have loads. That's a dangerous question. I have loads. I am loving...
We like dangerous questions.
I'm loving tiger print at the moment, and I think leopard print will always be in. And it's hard because when it gets trendy, it then is overused. And I think it's less mass production of, stuff, and that's when trends they go out. But when it's done cleverly with everything, when it's done the right way, it's timeless.
It's always there. In the 20 plus years I've been in this industry, it's like denim. It's constant, but then it has peaks and valleys.
Exactly, that's it. That is it. It's just like denim.
Okay, so we've talked about a bit of your journey from trying to apply to interior design school, getting rejected, winning this iconic British interior design show, and now you're working with brands, you're decorating houses, and now you've bought your own. Tell us about your personal project, because it's pretty exciting when it's yours.
I'm definitely a risk taker, and I like to give myself big goals in a year, or like I want to achieve something, just one thing. The last few years they've been big things, like winning the show and then landing a few dream jobs and then a house. Like, it's been crazy. So the house I'm in at the moment, we bought this like 7 years ago, I think. Just cute little small thing, nothing major. And I've experimented in this house, and this has kind of cemented things for me, and refining stuff. And then we finished it all. And this was never my dream home, absolutely not. I had a dream home in my head, a double fronted Victorian or just a period property with potential, and I always knew I would end up having to do work on my house. One, because I won't be able to afford it brand new and done and finished. But also I want my take on it as well. I want to be able to extend if I wanted. I want to rip down walls if I wanted to. So it was just by chance one night we went on Rightmove, and it all went from there. Within 9 days it was ours, and it's in very bad condition, so it was pretty cheap. And it went to auction, which was a weird process, but it was fun, and we managed to get it, and it's incredible. Like, terrible condition, absolutely shocking, but I'm ready for it. I think it's important to challenge ourselves and push ourselves. But since doing this house, I designed my parents' house. I was there from literally putting up walls, at my parents' house, so I kind of project managed the whole thing. So I'm used to it in a way, but I think this is on a different level because we are going to try and do everything ourselves. Like we've been starting taking down walls already, and there was a lot of old stuff there. Like there's about 5 sheds in the garden, and the garages were full of old stuff from the previous owners. So at the start there was a lot of that, but it's basically really in bad condition because of the damp. It's not been lived in for 3 years, so you can imagine no heating. That was the first thing we did, was put some heating in there. We had to get a new boiler. Yeah, I'm just going to bring it back to a former glory. I'm not going to be making it modern, absolutely not. I'm going to enhance what's already there.
So we met last year for the first time at Heimtextil, which is like the world's largest home textile show, and you're going to be back there.
I can't wait to get back there. Honestly, I'm buzzing. Absolutely buzzing.
So what will you be looking for?
Oh, it was really it was overwhelming last year on so many good levels because I didn't really, obviously I'm fresh. I was at that point going last year, I was fresh into this career, and I had a lot going on. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, like this sounds interesting. Does it relate to me? Like, let's go in open-minded. And I walk in and I was like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. And from someone who doesn't have an education or isn't business savvy when it comes, like I have other people who run that side of things for me, who isn't business savvy, it's for everybody. And that's what I like about it. It's not just for people who are like growing their business, even though that I think that'll naturally come into it, because when I left, I was like, right, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's just incredible. I'm just excited to see the wallpapers, the designs and everything like that. Obviously the textiles, the rugs, I want to go back and see all the installations again, like the installations last year. I remember you taking me around and I think you knew instantly I was going to love it. Patricia's one, I was like, oh my God, obsessed. Didn't want to leave that sofa. So everywhere you looked and went to, you got inspiration, and everyone was so lovely and helpful as well, because I was very naive. I didn't understand everything, as much as say you or somebody else who's been there for years or like who's going there. And you kind of get into your own head and you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be here. I won't ask any questions. I'll just look and walk on. But everyone wanted to help and was explaining their products or explaining how it would work if you wanted to take on that design yourself and everything. So, and even building up, I loved towards the last, I don't say hour or so, it was Tony, wasn't it? We went to see.
Yes.
Oh, what a character. He was great. So we went to Tony and he's talking me through all this process and the business side of like the cushion making and everything like that. And like that was sparking so much in me. And that's like, I want to get to that point. I'm still not there yet because of the last year. It's still wild, life's wild, but I'm going to be making time for it. And there are talks and behind the scenes about, product line of my own. And anyone can do that. You know what I mean? It's not just someone like me who's gone onto a TV show, won it. Anybody can do that. They can just get a ticket and go along and build something incredible for themselves. So yeah, even my husband, who I brought along, he did a bit of behind the scenes with me. He was gobsmacked. You do need the full, I'd say, a couple of days there at least. I was only there for a day. I'm only there for a day this year as well, just because the timings of everything. But now I know what I'm going to be searching for and going to straight away. So yeah, and also the new interior trends. I'm excited to see what they've got planned for that, and holistic design.
Thank you for your time today. You are truly an inspiration to everyone. And I think the new talents will be quite impressed.
Oh my God, the new talent section. How incredible is that? Because I was like, oh my God, if I had something I could bring along and put up. No, obviously I don't. But how amazing, because I spoke about it a little bit, but the opportunity those guys are going to get from this and exhibiting their stuff and their portfolios, it's just going to open up so many doors to them. So the new talent area, I am extremely excited about, because, I might bump into someone that we could work together in the future. You really don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Like, who would have thought a few years ago that you would be here now?
I know, exactly. Anything can happen.
No, thank you for your time today. I look forward to seeing you at Heimtextil, and I can take you around and see some of the new talents. And
Yes, please, that would be amazing. I would love that.
I know that you can roam around yourself, and lots of people will be there. Uh, it's an inspiring show. I've been going for over 20 years, and every year there's something special. And
Yeah, I know, I can imagine. Hopefully, I'll be saying that. I'm going for 20 years. It'd be nice. But yeah, I can't wait, and I can't wait to see you either. And excited for you to show me some of the good spots. You know, all the good spots and the places to be. So yeah, I'm excited about that as well. But thank you so much for having me on.
well, it seems I'm not the only one excited about the upcoming Heimtextil. We hope to see you January 13th to 16th in Frankfurt, Germany. Come and join us to be inspired at Heimtextil.